Welcome back to the channel, and today we are starting the Youth Academy career mode here on FC25. However, we are going to do it a little bit differently here on this channel. This is probably going to be one of the longest lasting series for this channel. This will be the main series for quite a few months, I could reckon. Here we are here with Wakefield FC, obviously a creative club. The creative club I have kind of been doing for the last 3 years has been Wakefield FC. So here we are, same badge and everything since 1994 thanks to EA Sports. We are here on FC25. The Youth Academy is different. You can see there we have the Youth Tournament. We obviously have this whole Youth Academy kind of tab now that we can focus on. We have the Youth Scouts, the development plan. We can go into the Youth Squad where you can see some of the youth players that we have in the Youth Squad just by loading up the game. We have a couple of decent prospects, and then we have Nyami, who's a goalkeeper, 48 overall, 15 years old, that has 77 and 94. He's actually the best potential player on the team at the moment, but one of the worst overalls. We are going to go ahead and do something a little bit different this time. As you can see here, we have a couple of, well, we have a whole team full of generated players thanks to EA. I have transfer listed everybody over the age of 21, so 22 and above have been transfer listed. We're going to look to send those out because they aren't youth players. They just aren't youth players. They might be generated players, but they aren't the youth players. Anyone 21 under can stay in the squad, and including a real life player that we have added to this. I had a post go up the other day asking whether or not to have a real life player be in the squad at all times permanently, and y'all said yes. And I put a vote out of 4 players between Miles Lewis Skelly, a striker, Joshua King, and another center midfielder as well from a different league, a lower level team from Stuttgart 2, I believe. Y'all chose MLS, so y'all chose Miles Lewis Skelly from Arsenal. So he is at the club. He is at Wakefield. He's our RRO player that we will be using throughout the course of the series based on challenges that either I will set up or you will set up in the comments. So let me know what kind of challenges you want me to complete to keep Miles Lewis Skelly per season. Every season we're going to have a challenge or a couple of challenges depending on what y'all say or what I do that will be enforced to try and complete. We have to reach that challenges. It can be team challenges. It can be based off of Miles Lewis Skelly himself and solely himself, whether it be stats, growth, anything, fouls, discipline, lack of discipline, I should say, something like that to keep him in the squad. If we fail a challenge, he will be sold. He will be gone. He will be gone the next season. We'll sell him or we'll release him, whatever comes first. So he'll be here. Now also on what we are doing, we are having a spreadsheet. We are doing this in a very hard fashion. We are doing this in an impossible fashion here. We have a couple of rules here. The match squad, no more than 5 loan players at the club. The match squad, no more loan players from the same club. So we can have 5 loan players that are on the club. We can have more than 5 loan players at the club, but they can't be in the match squad day. We can only have a max of 8 players on loan during the season, so loaned into the club. So actually we can only have 8 loaned into the club, only 5 in the match day. The loaning club, this don't matter. This is just kind of how it is. Under 21 players can be loaned out, no limit. This is kind of the first season where we're going to have less than the U21s, so we won't really have U20 or 22 and above. That will come later down the line as we keep players. Maximum squad size of 35 players. Salary rules, this was based off of FC24. Salaries are a lot more juiced on FC25. We're getting these young kids where they are on 4,500 a week, not 2,000, not 1,000, not 1,500. So this is heavily reduced. This is all FC25, so kind of ignore this. Ignore this as well. This is just seating charge, and in fact our stadium actually believe is the second one, which seats 4,800, I believe. And then all of this is for just later down the line. A 1 match ban after 5 yellow cards. It's a 250 fine per card, money in, so the player plays the club essentially. 2 match ban is 500 per card. 3 match ban after 15 yellow cards, and after 10 yellow cards it's 1,000 fine per card, money in, so the player pays the clubs essentially. I'll show you all that more in a couple of seconds. 1,000 fine if 6 or more yellow cards in 1 match. That will be paid out of the club. That's more of a team discipline area there. 1 match ban for first red card, it's a $1,000 fine, money in. 2 match for 2 red cards, that's a money in again for £1,500. And then the 3 match ban for a 3rd red card, which is a $2,000 fine, which is money into the bank. So you can see here, season 1, we have all of this here. We have our squad. I'll show you the squad hub in a second, but this is all the players that's actually in the game at the moment. Hopefully we'll thin this out a little bit later. But you can see here, transfer budget, season 1 balance 2.2 million. We have a transfer budget start of the season at 1.18. You can see there, total player purchases is 600,000. That is for Myles Lewis Skelly. Now I did have to put him into the free agents on the game to be able to sign him into League 2. I had to do that. I couldn't sign him from Arsenal, and the mods aren't up and running yet. The mods are up, but it's not really, it's a base level mod, so it's not working. So I had to put him as a free agent, reload the whole entire save, bring him in for free, but we're going to act like we paid 600k because that is his market value and his contract was expiring, so we could probably got a little bit cheaper for him. So that is that. You can see the wage budget is 175,000. This is because you can see here the wages here are all incredibly juiced. Like you're getting 7,700 pounds for a 26-year-old, you're getting 3,200 pounds for, or 4,300 pounds for a 23-year-old. Our youngest player is 17 at the moment, which is Myles Lewis Skelly, which is 3,000. I actually negotiate that one based off game, 19 years old, 4,300. So there is that. That's why the wage budget is so juiced there. And based off of our current league possession, bottom half, top half playoff spots, automatic spots, or the relegation zone, that will fluctuate our projected next season wage budget, which will go into season 2 and all yada yada. Now let's go into it. The starting, or the spin tracker, we should say. The starting balance, it's 10 million. I gave myself 10 million to bring in the best of the best scouts through the youth academy, as well as initially to actually buy Myles Lewis Skelly, but then I had to do that and the yada yada ying. So we had a starting balance of 10 million. This is the only time you have to put the starting balance in at the beginning of the season of the save. You don't have to do this per season. So season 2, you don't have to do starting balance. It's just this. Youth scouts is 6.5 million. We spent 6.5 million to bring 2 of the youth scouts, 1 5-star 5-star and 1 5-star 4-star. I'll show you all that in a second. The scouting network, so to actually send the scouts out, which I already have done, cost nearly 500k, and then the player bought is Myles Lewis Skelly, which we bought but didn't buy for 600k there, which actually leads us now to 1.1 million. I am allowing myself to buy these youth players into the squad. However, they cannot be higher. They cannot be a higher overall than the highest overall player in our squad. So for now, you can see there's 64, but we're not going to do that. It's going to have to be through ages. So from U21 here, the highest overall is 55, and then going up, it's actually 59, which is Myles Lewis Skelly there. So we cannot bring anybody over at the moment. 59 overall at the moment. Whether or not that'll obviously change as players grow. That's just buying players. That's just buying players. That's not through the youth academy. Youth academy minimum rating doesn't matter. We can bring anybody else there. That would then obviously boost for being able to buy players. Yada ying yada ying. You'll get the gist of it later down the line as well. Let's go ahead and meet the squad, or what is the squad at the moment? We have a 57 rated goalkeeper. And, oh, no, hold on. Yeah, okay. I was about to say we have more than one goalkeeper for sure. We have a 57 rated goalkeeper in Aaron Cunningham. He's 30 years old. He's transfer listed. Let's go and meet the U21 players, actually, realistically. Let's go and do that. And so the U21 players, we have one keeper that is U21 in Jackson Mason, 51 overall there. 6'9". He is an absolute giant, 6'9". I didn't even see that till just now. Holy cow, 6'9". We have no left backs that's U23 or U21. We have one center back that is U21 in Leon Naylor. He is 6 foot, 171 pounds, right-footed. He's welcome to the squad. He could be here for a long time. No right backs under U21. We have one center defensive midfielder that is 19 in Scott Phillips from Wales, 49 overall. He can also play center back, which honestly might be better for him to play center back. So we'll see about switching his position in a couple seconds. We obviously have Myles Lewis Skelly from Arsenal coming into the squad. He would be our marquee player. We have Mr. Reed, who is our cam, who's 21. 49 overall, Liam Reed, 5'11". He is going to be quick on the ball. He's going to be very agile, rapid, and first touch as his play styles. Stevenson is the closest we have to 21 at the moment, so he's kind of our go-to guy. But we do have Baker on the left-hand side, who is 55 overall. Hugh Baker, welcome to the squad at 21 years old. And then we have a 21-year-old striker in Kirk Burns, who is 21, 5'11". He has first touch as one of his only play style. So there is the squad that is U21 now on the transfer hub and the transfer list. We have 2 players that are free agents that can be bought in that are meeting the requirements of being under 21, as well as being at least either the same rating as our highest overall player or lower rating than our highest overall player, which these 2 guys meet. Carlson, obviously 57, 16-year-old, 6 foot. He has bruiser and quick step. 4-star on the skill moves and weak foot. That's actually not that bad. And then we have Robert Sheridan from Georgia, who's 6'2" as a center defensive midfielder. He has bruiser or power header, I should say, slide tackle and intercept. He might be an actual center defensive midfielder or center back, I should say. We're going to bring these 2 guys in, and then we're going to look at the youth academy, and we're going to go ahead and go from there. And so let's look at our youth academy here. We have 3 scouts all out on progress at the moment, looking to become some of the best players in the world football and looking to be the next youth academy giants here at the squad. We have Robert, who is in England. I'm always going to have somebody in England probably for the majority, at least for the first time. We're always going to have somebody going to England for 3 months. This time we're going to England for the whole 9 months. The maximum period you can send a scout out for at one time is 9 months. We are looking for a center back, a center defensive mid, a cam, and a striker. We're kind of looking all over the positions there for somebody there. We're not looking for a goalkeeper at all somewhere, because that would be dumb to waste 1 scout on just 1 position, because when you do goalkeeper, you can only do goalkeeper. They really need to add a function to where you can look at for any position. I don't know why they took that away, but they did. And then we have Clark, who's going to one of the newer nations that you can now scout. Obviously, more than 160 new countries that you can scout in the game, one of them being Eswatini. So we sent him out to 3 months there to look for a right back, a center back, a left back, and a center defensive mid. Kind of looking for the more defensive side of things there. That's going to cost 20K going over to Eswatini for 3 months. And then we have Wyatt, who's not quite a 5-star. He's a 5-star, 4-star, going over to San Marino. Because why not a San Marino? We can finally scout players out of San Marino thanks to not having a mod. Actually, thanks to the game being good at doing their job. We're looking for more attacking players, so we went all over the place, all over the field, to more defensive focus to more attack focused. We're looking for a cam, a right wing, a striker, and a left wing there as well. So we're at least covering every position that we kind of need besides goalkeeper. So we're relying kind of on the goalkeepers that we have in the youth academy, which we can't bring in at the moment. We can't bring any of these guys in because they're not 16. So we're looking at now our goalkeeper that's already in the squad. In fact, the only 2 players we can bring in is Sergio Carvajal and Nicholas Corona. But I kind of want to keep them in there for the youth academy. Now, the youth academy, I will showcase sometimes. I won't showcase every single youth academy. I will play in every youth academy because they will give boosts to our youth players in the youth squad. I will not show you every single youth academy. If you want to see the youth academy or the youth tournament, I should say, in full, I will have, when I do it, I will mention it in the video, but I'll have a link in the description to go to my second channel where it will be uploaded there in its entirety of just the gameplay. Not me talking, it will just be just the gameplay. Because I'll probably do it off camera. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, so bada bing, bada boom. So yeah. We have brought in the 2 guys, so those 2 guys have been brought in here. So Myers Lewis Skelly, Sheridan, and Carlson. Let's go and set up the team. And so the squad is as best as it's going to get it right now. We have Mason as goalkeeper. We have our only U21 center back at right back at the moment, so he's our right back. We have 2 center backs that just aren't center backs that shouldn't be in the squad. We have a left back that shouldn't be in the squad. We have Myers Lewis Gary and Sheridan, the new guy that we just brought in, the 2 new guys that we just brought in. They're in the squad. We have Reed at cam. We have Carlson, the new guy, at left or at striker. We have Baker at left winger, and then we have Stevenson at the moment at right winger. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and just advance a couple days, get some sellings, and get on with the career mode, because there's not really much for us to do besides just play the game now. And we have our first player departing the club here. It's one of the older guys. I believe it's going to be Teddy Willis. It will be Teddy Willis. Gone to Exeter City for 240K. Now, on the spreadsheet, I'm going to go to the spend tracker. I'm going to say player sold for 200 and whatever it was, just 240K. That will be put into my transfer budget for this season, as well as calculated for the starting balance for next season. Bada bing, bada boom. It'll fill it in all nice and nicely. And then also I will take him off the season 1 tab. That way we're no longer forcing him to play wages, because what the wages is on the spreadsheet, I put that into a spread tracker for the wages. I'll show you more when that comes up available on the actual office. And here is an example that I will show y'all now for the spreadsheets here. You can see on the transaction where we have the player wages is 145K coming out of our balance. And then shirt sales is 16K coming in, as well as a player transfer, player sold coming in as well. So we are going to go ahead and input all that onto the spend tracker here. I already done it on my MacBook. We're actually gonna do it. You can see there, players sold 240,000. That is Wills being sold. The wages is 145,000. That's the money we're paying the players here. You can see here 100. This is 138 because I took Wills out of this, so 138 there, coming out of the budget. And then shirt sales is 16,000 coming into the budget. And then you see here our season 2 opening balance is 2.473 million. That is going to be heavily fluctuated based on what we do here on season 1, whether or not we sell players, buy players, prize money from tournaments and all that. So yeah, there's all that. That's the last time I'll show y'all this. I'll show y'all this every now and then, but for now, that's the last time I'll show y'all that. We have our first youth scout available for all 3 nations. We are going to pretty much, as long as they're not terrible or have terrible potential, we are going to bring anybody in here. Arlo Glover, we're not going to bring in because he is terrible. 39 to 55 is terrible, and his potential is pretty much maxed out. Jayden Clayton, we are going to go ahead and bring in because he looks half decent. He has a good potential, as well as Alex Pryor. We'll go ahead and bring in Brandon Farmer, 13 years old, and his potential being 84 at 13 is not going to look good for you, bruv. And then Arlo Poole, we are not going to go ahead and bring in because I don't need another striker as well, to be honest. And then over to Eswatini now. We are going to go ahead and bring in at least most of these guys. 15 to, I don't like the idea. I don't like the fact that we can get 13 years old, to be honest. 14 is cool. 13 is too young, to be honest. But we are going to go ahead and bring in a couple of these guys in. Look to be them in. We're also going to look to play with them in the, oh my lord, 82 to 94 potential for Sishan Nkosi. 13 years old. We'll go ahead and bring him in. He's going to be one to look out for in 5 seasons. And then over to San Marino, where I don't expect to get many good players from these nations. This guy, Gillespie Ritchie, 70 to 94. We had a Ritchie in, I believe, last year in FC25. I believe we had a Ritchie that was insane that we bought in. I don't think we actually had him, but I thought we brought him in. We are going to go ahead and go through the youth tournament now. I will show y'all some of the highlights, but this one won't be on the second channel. This will just be highlights of whatever. We are going to go ahead and we have a lot of Nkosis. We have a shit ton of Nkosis. We're going to go ahead and put Richie into this though for West. I want the, where's the 13-year-old? I know we have one 13-year-old on the game. It's Nkosi at right back. All right, let's go into it. Let's see how badly we are in the Youth Academy. I'll show you all the kits in a second as well. I haven't shown you all the kits. You can see the home kit. Oh my, this guy is a midget. Who the heck is this? Is this a 13-year-old? I gotta see how tall he is. Holy cow, he's a midget. We are in 3 minutes for the Youth Academy. 5 minutes on the actual game. 3 minutes with the current overall, not potential. Townsend. Clark with the great save. Clayton now over the top. Can't really find anyone there. Burke. Oh my lord, Clark, you gotta save that. Who are we even playing? Are we playing Swindon Town, is it? Yeah, Swindon Town take the lead. Bro, look how short this guy is. Holy cow. Oh, and they make it 2-0 with 30 seconds left to go. We're going to lose this game here to Swindon Town. Knocked out in the first round of the tournament, which is the quarterfinal, I guess. Into Richie. Can we at least get a consolation goal? No, it hits the crossbar. Can't even get a consolation goal here. And they might even score a third if they go quick enough. It's Kelly versus a midget and Nkosi. And we lose 2-0 in the tournament. Out in the first round. And Nkosi had the highest overall for our players. The midget, the short guy. Let's go see how quickly he is. Or how tall he is, I should say. And Nkosi, where is he? Right back, right 13. He is 4'11". Obviously, he will grow as he gets older. He should grow as he gets older. He has whip, pass, intercept, and bruiser. He's gonna be key for this team. Come when he's 16 in 3 seasons, He's going to be absolutely insane. We're going to put him on balance to just keep him on balance there. Welcome to the club, Sergio Carvajal, coming in from our youth academy. We need a 17-year-old, we need a center back, and he's fitting that perfectly. Welcome to the squad. And also from the youth academy, welcome in Nicolas Corona, a left mid at 1656 overall, 5'6". Welcome to the squad, Nicolas Corona. First game of the season, and we are playing against Gillingham. Let's actually show you the kits here as well, and this is where you can also have an input in this series as well. You can obviously, with Create a Club, you can change your whoa, not this, what the heck? You can change what your kit looks like each season. Obviously, you don't really have too much with it because it's not like you can customize your kit fully. You got to go off the presets. So I will let y'all have that. Our home kit always has to be red. No matter what, it can be red and something else, but it always has to be red in some sorts. Our away kit can be whatever, but I kind of want it more traditional, and then our third kit can be as funky as it wants it. So per season, y'all can go ahead and design your own kits. You can put them either in the Discord or you could tweet me on Twitter. Both of those links will be in the description. You have a better shot of tweeting me for me to see it, to be completely honest, because I don't really use Discord. I will try and make the Discord a little bit more somewhat useful, and I just kind of have it. It's just kind of there, to be honest. So if you want to join that, join that. If not, tweet me on there with their images and like the screen, the creation screen of it, so I can see exactly what you did. But this is our home kit, red and black, just with the black strip. There's actually, you can have two colors there. You have the black and then you have something else. So it's just red and black, and then we have a white with like the banner strip across the chest there, black strip there. So just nice and clean white and black strip away kit. And then our third kit, our alternate kit, is a little bit more funky-ish with yellow and obviously more of like a grayish kind of just zigzag line there, like a bunch of Z's there. So those are our kits. We're going to play in our red kit. They're going to play in their away kit. It's us versus Gillingham, first game of the season at home. We are playing on simulation sliders, which is custom, because instead of the 32 pace or whatever, it's default at 50. That's the only change. Everything else is the actual simulation sliders. Let's get into it. Our first Youth Academy League game here. See what we can do. Lewis Skelly as our marquee player in that midfield, hopefully to be here. I got to make some challenges, put some challenges in the comments, because I'll probably, in all honesty, be couple episodes ahead. I'll try not to get too far ahead of this, but I'm recording this at least ahead of time. We're not recording this like the day before. Oh my lord, we might get the ball here. Reed getting the ball in the midfield. Reed now, he's going to have a crack at it. Reed saved, rebound by Carlson. It's saved, but it's going to be a penalty. The keeper takes out Carlson, and a chance to take the lead here against Gillingham. One of the worst rated teams in the FC25 too, by the way. You'll see a video about that in a couple of weeks, months, years. Who's going to be the one to take it? No, it's got to be the one. It's got to be the dude who won it. It's got to be Carlson who won it. Carlson to win it. He'll take it. He'll score it. He'll slide it upper left. Wakefield 1, Gillingham 0. Carlson. Corona is in behind. He'll have a second, and Wakefield are off and running here at Wakefield Park. It's 2-0. Cross comes in. Nolan on the header. The keeper was caught in no man's land. He was never going to save it. Thankfully off target. Baker crossed in. Corona, he already has one. He's trying to get a second. Can't do so. Naylor. Oh my lord, what happened to Naylor there? Reed. Baker. Saved. Rebound. Cleared. Knew it. Mason with the first save, but the rebound's going to spill in, and Rodriguez for Gillingham is going to have one back. Miles Lewis Skelly, who's been quiet. Miles Lewis Skelly into Baker. Baker into Carlson. First time finish, well off target. And we are going to go halftime up 2-1 in our first official game, our first league game of the campaign. I expected this to be a grueler, and honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Maybe it's because Gillingham is so horrible, but at the moment, 2-1 up. Lewis Skelly winning the ball back in the midfield, and now Carlson. I just seen Zy Emery's going to Bournemouth on the league. That's interesting. We made a sub. Sheeran, actually, we haven't made the sub yet. I don't know why it hasn't gone through. I don't know what this new sub requested thing is. But we have Sheeran, who's going to go to center back. So from center defensive mid to center back. And then we have center defensive mid coming on for him in that position. Dak Please, no, not the last. Oh, hit the outside of the post. Naylor just let it go to Littler, and it's out of bounds, and that is game over. Wakefield, for the first time, and I think the 2 seasons I've done this, I've won my first league game. I think I lost both of the first ones, the first 2 editions, pretty massively as well. So I happily take a win in our first league game here. Oh, my Lord. The young boys are at it. We are going to go ahead and end the first episode there. Just kind of wanted to get the ground rules stopped and gone. Just get this whole series up and running. We are sitting in 6 after the first game. 2-1 win there. Next episode, more stuff. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.